Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Linda again. I'm here for day 6 of our 30 days of live Facebook. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's enjoying their days off with family and friends and loved ones, or just recharging and relaxing and taking a really great self-care of yourself. I'm here in California, waiting again for one of my moderators to jump on. Hi, Amy. She's in Australia. Just like yesterday, I'm really envious. It's a little bit chilly over here in San Francisco, but nevertheless, a wonderful Christmas. I know that not many people are going to be on live today, so just want to talk a little bit about, Christmas and this really beautiful ritual that we have every year, and we all celebrate it differently. I think that, growing up Catholic, we celebrated it very traditionally, and there were Christmas trees, being from a Christian kind of background, and we had presents, and we went to midnight mass or morning mass, and it was just every year it was just so predictable, so ritualistic, so sacred, and on a lot of levels that really built a connection, a security, an anchor for all of us. And I think that that's ultimately the whole purpose, the whole reason behind us sharing and maintaining these traditions, right? And Christmas, like I said yesterday, Christmas and the holiday season and the end of the year brings about a lot of emotions for a lot of people. There's a lot of, pain and memory of losses or trauma. And then there's a lot of regret or wondering of what if or what happened, all that stuff. And so ultimately at times, even though we're surrounded by a lot of people, there are a lot of us who feel lonely too during Christmas. And I think that having these rituals, having these traditions and these sacred events to always look forward to is really beautiful, really blessed. And whether it's with yourself, every year I'm going to go hiking on Christmas Day, or that you're going to have a Christmas brunch with your friends, or every year you go to Christmas Mass with mom, or whatever it is that you've done for so long. And if you don't have any rituals, I would really recommend that you perhaps look at something in your life that you already do and do more of it. And, because loneliness is such an enormous epidemic right now in the world, I feel like we have to make conscious effort to go out there, to find ways, to find practices, to find connection spaces, to find friendships that can allow us that space to feel like we belong, to feel like this is something that is ours, right? And so, at the Magical Psalm, we're very conscious of that element, that fact. We want to build a community, a organization, and a philosophy around connection, around collaboration, around coming together and being able to share and build rituals together. We are looking at creating events and conferences and concerts, and that's why we have our creative director Shiloh on board. Music and healing. Music is very healing, and it's a way for us to come together. It's a ritual that we have, during the holidays. I remember growing up, my dad, hilarious. My dad used to always play country Christmas songs. So, even though I was Asian, I would listen to Dolly Parton or Kenny Rogers, and I would I'd roll my eyes, like, Dad, what are you doing? And now in hindsight, every year I turn it on a little bit and listen to it. It would bring a bit of of comfort and warmth and oxytocins and whatnot, chemicals, just like, oh, I feel really warm and loved, and an anchor of reminding me of where I came from or what I experienced during those times of tradition. And so, there are these zones that they research. They're called the blue zones. And I believe Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, I believe, and also Loma Linda, of all places, down in Southern California. They're considered these blue zones. And these blue zones are known to be places where people live longer and they're happier. And the reason why they live longer and they're happier is because they really cultivate these traditions. They take walks together. They have longer meals together. In Europe, they have lunches and dinners that last like 2 to 3 hours. I know that doesn't seem very efficient, being in our hustle bustle and really let's go out there and get stuff done kind of culture in America. But there's a point to it. There's something really gold there that we should really consider. Maybe not 3 hours of lunch, but just to be able to really remember and remind ourselves that these rituals, these traditions, whether it's going to Starbucks every morning with your work spouse, or hanging out with your BFF, every couple of weeks, and knowing exactly this is the evening that we're going to hang out, and just to be able to look forward to these kinds of sacred activities is really healthy and good for us as overall well-being. And so I just wanted to leave with that, because I know that with Christmas I hear about all these different really beautiful traditions and rituals that my colleagues and my friends who are Jewish and who are Buddhist and who are Catholic and Christian and who are atheists. Some people just go to the theaters every year and they watch, all the new releases, and some people just have Chinese food, right? Or whatever it is that you do, I feel like it's really beautiful. I'm really blessed to know that you have those to look forward to, and to find the people in the communities and to build them if you don't have them, to develop them, and to go out there and create them so that you can, allow yourself to show up and to feel like you belong, and to have these anchors of love and friendship. Hey, Cecilia's on too. I feel supported. Yay, my community's on. And so Amy we're posting. She's posting the donation site for you to support us and contribute what you can. We're at the startup phase right now, so we need the community, we need the support, and we'll receive and be grateful wherever you can give us. And we're actually trying to we're actually trying to get folks in our community to donate at least $45 per person. Throughout the 30 days, just listen to us, and if you feel inclined, you want to support our mission, check out our mission on our page. I think one of the gals also posted a link to our page too. And so, read our mission statement, listen to our talks, and review them, ask questions, and give us feedback. And if our mission resonates with you and you feel like comprehensive sex ed is something that needs to be in the world, that needs to be out there to support our next generation, and remind ourselves that we need to be clear, we need to be empowered, we need to step up into the world in a way that we can connect with each other in a more conscious and deliberate and powerful way, please do help us, support us, and give us the love and wisdom that you might have to offer. And so $45, that's like what? How many Starbucks, and that would really help us move into the schools and get the workbooks and really level ourselves up and scale in a big way. And I mentioned already yesterday too that we're going to have a podcast, and that podcast is going to be airing probably once a week. And we're going to start that in February. We're going to alternate, interview each other, ourselves, and also reach out to leaders out there who's doing really great work in this field of, sex education, ending sex trafficking, domestic violence, hope, depression, all that stuff is really important. And bringing all the resources and all the experts into the podcast as well. And that'll be a ritual. That'll be a weekly or bi-weekly ritual that we'll offer up to you. And so support us if you can. The link is right there in the comment section. And also check out our page. It's going to be revamped again. Actually, next week I have a call with a developer that I'm working with. And one of my designers is going to help me really make our page really bold and to deliver the message in a powerful way. So look forward to that too, and we'll let you know when that's launched. So again, just to remind you, one takeaway from this very brief Facebook Live is, explore, look into, and see what it is that you really do on a regular basis that you enjoy doing, and make that into a ritual for yourself, or find something that you do with your community or your friends, and make that into a ritual, a connection, a daily thing, a weekly thing, or a yearly thing even, to have things to look forward to have that anchor, whether it is that you just hang out with your girlfriends once a month, you sit on the couch and you talk about what's happening or updating each other. It's really healthy, it's really renewing and supportive to our wellness and everything. And so I would really recommend that. And I feel very grateful if you have family and friends to go to during this holiday season. As overwhelming as it is, it's really wonderful to be able to know that every year this is what we're going to do together. Wow, and then try to build more of that, try to create that, and go out there and put yourself out there and go into those communities like ours and be a part of something bigger than yourself. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas again. This is day 6 of our 30-day FB Live. Looking forward to seeing you again in about 5 days, because the next 4 or 5 days are going to be all of my girls. I'm talking about a lot of different awesome topics, and I think tomorrow Amy's on, and I don't know what she's talking about, but it's probably going to be amazing. And yeah, so support us. Merry Christmas. I will see you again soon. Thank you.